And hello, boys and girls. This is your old pal, Uncle Al, aka Diebulfrog79. And today's blog is on the problems of prepper complacency. Okay, a lot of people seen my last video on this one, the little pocket survival kit. Okay, and a lot of people get complacent. They think this is the main survival kit. And if you think this is the main survival kit, you need your head checked. All right? A lot of people tell me that they fall in two groups. Okay, people who give me arguments. I read the comments on these kits. They're either the gearheads, people who are gadget freaks who like to pile up little bits of gadgets, and then I have the people who are the macho ex-military and go out in the woods do barehanded. All right. These were designed for last ditch when you lose your main kit, your bug out bag, or when you lose your tactical bag or you lose your survival vest or kit, whatever. Okay. Now, bad thing is people tend to use this size pocket kits. Okay. And the guys who are macho and say, oh, I don't really need one of those things because I know what I'm doing. I could do it barehanded. Well, let me tell you a little story, boys and girls. Uncle Alan, in the past, used to work for a certain group of people that we test other people. And we very politely says, do you know what you're doing? And I'll ask them, oh yeah, you can test me. Fine, we did. And in about 20 minutes, they're in their shorts with a black bag over the head, hogtied. Okay, I had one person who invaded me and my team for 48 hours, and he thought he was scot clear. And he was one of these ex military macho guys who could do things with bare hands. But he left a trail that looked like an elephant went through a forest. Also, he cried because we didn't put him where we were supposed to put him. We told him we were going to put him in a swamp. Well, we put him in northern Canada above the tree line. He was really shocked, especially when he found out that what he learned for the area that he trained all the time, which was a swamp, which was a tropical island, um, which was the ocean, all of a sudden he gets dropped in the middle of the Arctic Circle. And it's a little hard if you have bare hands in the Arctic Circle. Okay, but he gave us a good run for 48 hours before the cold and stupidity got to him. So that's part of prepper complacency. You get a big head and you're too sure of yourself, or you believe that everything will be all right. You have the skills. Well, I'm going to burst your bubble. All right. So Uncle Alan has to put you aside and slap you a little bit because you don't get it. Everybody, including myself, falls under the category of prepper complacency. You could be a survivalist, you could be a prepper, you could be a off the gridder, homesteader, somebody evacuating. Okay, you get complacent. Now, a lot of people don't understand this, and a lot of people is going to pay the price in the future. All right. Now, the gearheads keep forgetting that it's supposed to fit in one of these packages. All right. A little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. Okay. In one of these sizes. Nothing very big. But they, well, I could do this and improve it. And I could do it like this. And I ask them, can you fit in the shirt pocket? And they look at me like I punched their little kid. or punched their dog in the gut, or kicked their elderly mother down the stairs. No, I asked him, will it fit in your pocket? And they said, no, I got too much stuff, or it won't fit, or I was thinking of something else. And they don't understand the parameters. It has to fit in your pocket. It's the last ditch item. Okay, there's 30 other things, and everybody says, well, that's not a trade secret, but they'll misuse it and they'll hurt themselves. That's why I don't tell people about it. That's all I need. Somebody set their head on fire, or their pants on fire, or their foot on fire, or half the national forests on fire. People says, well, I could put this big of a fire striker, and I have about this big of a shark cloth. And I said, will it fit in your pocket? And he said, sure. Where's the rest of your kit? I don't need the rest of the kit. Fine. And then again, when he realizes he made a great error, then it's too late. All right? Don't get complacent, folks. Prepper complacency kills a lot of people. And a lot of people are subject to it. I go watch a lot of channels because Uncle Alan, he likes, this is my retirement. Once I get money, I'm not going to do anything, just sit back, watch YouTube, watch a couple cowboy movies, relax, tend to my roses and my vegetables. I got a good harvest of apples. The property I'm now living on used to be part of my rental properties, and I, foresight, 10, 20 years ago, I planted apricot tree and an apricot tree. And also later on, as I maintained the property, I planted a few more things. Okay, and these were trees and takes time to grow. Now, a lot of people don't understand this. They don't know that certain varieties need sprays and care. I hear people, let's go organic, which kind of drives me Uncle Alan nuts. And I hear people like, save the owl, save the trees, timber industry is bad. And I told them, you're going to pay for it in the future. That was 50 years ago. And now look at all the mess we have in California. And who's responsible for it? Wishy-washy politicians, the Democrats, and most liberals, and also the environmentalists. They said our science is correct. No, it wasn't. They made a big mistake. So we have all these wildfires in areas where people shouldn't be building um, living zones. And they said, oh, it's like in the woods. No, California's a whole different climates. Now, a lot of people didn't understand that. Now they're paying the price for listening to bad scientists, bad ideas, and stupid people and politicians. They got everybody feel good moment and got the thing done. Now we got people dying out there for their mistakes. Okay? I tell a lot of people work hard to put out these fires and correct the mistakes. And who's the biggest idiots who caused it? The tree huggers. Oh, we got to save this owl. Or, oh, we got to save the environment. Or, oh, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I live in an urban area. I haven't seen a tree in the last 40 years. Okay. What also hurt, because Uncle Alan had a nice little business, put out goats and sheep and cattle, and they will knock down the brush and eat it. Now, 30 years later, well, we don't need your cows and goats and your sheep. They don't need to go out there and chew down the brush. Okay. No control burning, no control harvesting, no control grazing. And you're seeing people's houses burned to the ground. You see families burned alive. You see fire crews stretched out. Again, that's part of prepper complacency. Then we have Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico. I helped with the donations run. Well, they got compliant and they back to their old habits. Okay, where's the money for Puerto Rico? We raised a lot of money, but it just had a trickle effect. And myself, I think it went to prostitutes, drugs, and somebody has a nice little villa. Another thing, all the supplies we sent down there were sitting on the docks. There were like 10 or 20. I have a friend who's a longshoreman, told me a lot of these containers were left on the side of the docks on state property and left abandoned. So certain people looted them. Vermin got into them, rats, the wildlife. Food went bad, clothing went bad, the wrong stuff was sent to them. And you see, people don't understand. And people who live on Puerto Rico should understand this. You're a big island, you have 3 million people. Math is bad, and you don't read history. Now, historically, islands with massive populations is going to suffer like Easter Island. A lot of people who are less educated than Uncle Al will say, oh, it's nothing to do with those big stone heads. No, within 2 centuries after contacting the first white men, they resorted to cannibalism and destroyed their environment. There's a lot of people like, ooh, I didn't know that. I thought it was a bunch of big stone heads. No, Uncle Al knows a lot of stuff, and a lot of you people don't understand. I know a few anthropology majors understand what Uncle Alan's talking about, but 80% of the United States and the rest of the world don't have a faintest clue. Now, Puerto Rico went into its bad habits again, and I feel for the worst for Puerto Rico, because I like Puerto Rico. Okay, if we do have climate changing or planet shifting or hundreds of things, it's not a good idea living in Puerto Rico or the Caribbean, folks. Okay, you could say, I got everything prepared, I'm ready, I don't need this or that. It's going to hit you hard. That's called complacency. And you're going to lose somebody you're going to love. You're going to lose your family. You could lose your life. Worst of all, nobody's going to give a big rat's ass care for it. Okay, I'm sorry this one lasted long, but Uncle Alan had to talk to you in a quiet, civil tone, not screaming or yelling or being macho or being a gearhead trying to sell you some kind of this wonder knife or wonder weapon or wonder drink or power drink or some kind of clothing. Okay, this is the plain, simple truth. And a lot of you people out there who are trying to be preppers or live in other countries think everything's perfect and everything's fine and dandy. Well, that's called complacency. Okay, preppers have it, you have it, and I'm giving everybody warning on this planet. If you hear my voice and you've seen this video, remember, this is the problem of prepper complacency. It affects everybody in the whole world. And a lot of you bigwigs and you politicians and you so-called scientists don't know what you're really talking about. And I'm trying to give you fair warning. But I don't think nobody's going to listen to this. All right, Jordan might because he's in Sweden. And so far, Uncle An's been kind of correct. And if I'm right, right now the students are rioting in the bad areas, burning cars and vehicles, and probably killing a few people. But does anybody care? Nah, they're going to say a few people vandalized some cars. And they won't tell you about the rapes and murders over there. And they say, oh, that's nothing to be worried about. I would be worried about. Okay? Uncle Alan might be crazy, but he's never wrong. So I'll catch you with this thought, boys and girls. You think about problems of prepper complacency, okay? You have a nice evening. I'll catch you later. And remember, This is a last ditch kit. It is not a main survival kit. All right, last ditch. Okay, and so is this size. You're not supposed to replace a full-size survival kit. This is when everything else you lost. That's all you have. Okay, boys and girls, I hope that answers your question. I like to read your comments. If you have thought, leave a comment and I'll figure it out. Because that's what Uncle Alan gets paid for in the old days, to figure things out. And I'll catch you later. You have a nice night. God bless. I didn't do any shout outs this week. I will put some taglines in. Uncle Alan's got to watch it. Um, Yeah, I know this is kind of long. Sorry about that, folks. So, yeah, pleasant evening. Like and subscribe to Diebulfrog79, aka Old Uncle Al. Bye.